Hey guys, what's up? It's Wednesday. It's a new month, meaning that we're moving on to a new topic. In January, we talked about hinges. We covered it in depth. For February, I want to talk about sitting. More specifically, movements and exercises and stretches that you can do to help alleviate any pains that we accumulate from sitting all day at work, watching TV, on the computer. So we're going to go ahead and start and talk about cars. So cars are controlled articular rotations. We're going to work the joint. So when we think about sitting all day, we get stuck in the same position. That creates sort of tension, and we also create length in the muscles, and we get stiffness. What we want to do is we want to alleviate that stiffness, and the best way to do that isn't necessarily through stretching, but it's through movement. So just generating movements in areas that are stiff helps break up any of that connective tissue that might be building up and being starting to get really stiff and hard. So we want to move. So we do cars, controlled articular rotations, not cars out in the street, but cars for the joint. So the first thing we want to do is we want to start today. We're going to go over everything from the waist up of things that you can do to really help if you're having back pain, neck pain, shoulder pain. So number one, at the neck, we want to do neck cars. Basically, the first thing we're going to look just side to side. When we do these, we want to make sure that we want to feel that the air is 75% thicker than normal. So everything's really slow. Everything's in slow motion. We're controlling the movement. We're not just trying to move really quick. We're controlling it. We're pushing to the point in which we can't move anymore. We hit that the furthest point we can. We try to push just a little bit further, but we don't force it. We just push and control. So we look to the right as far as we can. I hit that point of where my muscle and my joint won't allow me to move anymore, and I just move a little bit more. Not much, but I control it. I slowly move back to center, and I stay on that side. We can look off the right about 5 to 10 times, whatever it is. Nice and slow. Create that movement. Make sure you're in good posture. Don't do this sitting down. I'm kneeling right now. If I'm sitting down, I'm in the bad posture. I'm moving my neck, and I'm also just creating bad habits in a bad position. So make sure you're either standing or kneeling for these exercises. After you go to the right, then you move off to the left. Again, hit that point of where you just about can't move anymore. Move just a little bit further. Hold that tension in it. You want to create tension. You don't want this to be really easy and move really quick. It's really slow. Find the tension and just move a little bit past it, but don't push too hard. Again, everything is under control. Nothing's sloppy. Nothing is forced. After we got that, so about 10 times each side, then you want to start getting the back extension of your neck. So we look to the right. We extend our neck back, looking up to the ceiling, rolling our head back, and I'm controlling this. I'm not letting my head fall back and lax. Off to the left and roll back to center. One more time, off the right. I'm controlling this as far as I can. Holding my neck up, creating tension. Not bringing my shoulders up though. Keep my shoulders down. Rolling back, around, and back to the left. Again, about 5 to 10 times, both sides. So to the left, back and around. Looking all the way off to the right and back to center. Hit both sides. Get that neck nice and loosened up. If you have problems looking back, so you can't go into neck extension that really is painful, then I want you to work on chin tucks. You can just kind of eliminate that part, but work on chin tucks. So bring your hand to your chin and then move your chin away. Tuck it back. Again, from the side, it looks like this. My hand is on my chin and I tuck away, hold, again, nice, strong, and controlled. Making sure I'm getting my neck back because we don't want to have that forward head posture. So that's the neck. Those are 3 things that you can do strong for the neck. We now move down to the shoulders. We're trying to create a sense of tension. So we want to start off with shoulder shrugs because we want to create movement. Sometimes our traps get really stiff. Our shoulders get really stiff. They get rolled forward and they stay in this position. It's really hard to move. And then we have frozen shoulder and we want to move them. So shoulder shrugs are a great simple technique to do that. Again, we're working the full range of motion. So we're going up, so it's okay to go up now. Squeeze and then back. Tense as strong as you can and make a nice strong shoulder shrug circle. This is tense. I can't stress enough. It's not lax. I'm not moving my shoulder. I'm actually squeezing as hard as I can, moving as slow and controlled as possible. Get about 5 rotations going up, back, down, and forward, and then get about 5 rotations where you go up, forward, back, round, and up. Get those shoulder shrugs in. Really helps kind of loosen up those muscles. Even though we're tensing them, we're loosening them up because they're not stiff and stuck in the same position if we're sitting all day. After that, we go into a full shoulder circle. So I'm going to back up so you can see this. As I come down, I want to make sure that my chest doesn't move. This stays straight forward the whole time. My hand stays in, again, really slow and controlled. I come up as high as I can. I'm not trying to lift my shoulder up. I'm trying to actually press my shoulder down. As I do this, I reach the furthest point at the top. My core is on tight. Make sure my back is not arching. Again, chest doesn't move. I externally rotate my hand out to the side. I push back as far as I can in that circle, reaching as far back. I'm not trying to open up my chest. Stays in alignment all the way back and around. I hit my bike in that back point, but you would come all the way back around and down here. Again, it's going up, nice and slow, rotating. You're pushing as far as you can in your range of motion, all the way back and around and down. Come around, do that on both sides about 5 times with those circles of the shoulders, and then hit both sides, both directions. And then lastly, for your back, I want you to do thoracic rotation. So I'm going to be in this position, hands across my chest. I'm going to do a nice smooth circle around my mid back. So I'm not trying to do too much with my low back. I'm just trying to get that circle of my mid back, and I'm trying to control it, not moving really quick, controlling a nice smooth movement, making sure I'm moving that joint that I'm specifically trying to focus on, which is that mid back, nice and smooth. In those rotations, do about 10 each direction. Really simple. We're going neck, shoulders, back to start off. Movements, if you're sitting down all day, do this every hour, every 2 hours or so. It's really going to help alleviate any of that tension that builds up all day of sitting down. All right, guys, next week we're going to talk about the lower half of the body and what we can do to help that from sitting all day. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. But yeah, see you guys next week.